Gwinnett, a division of Noise Media Network, hosted by Audrey Bell Kearney, sharing stories about people and places around beautiful Gwinnett County and beyond. Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Southern living at its best.
Good morning, all my Gwinnetians out there in Gwinnett land and all of you around the world. Listen to the sound of my voice. It is an absolutely beautiful day here in Gwinnett County, 54 degrees, going up to a high of 71, so that is lovely. Hope you had a wonderful weekend. I did. I had a really nice weekend. I got all duded up this weekend because, you know, the Greater East Side Chamber had this gala event, and it was a smashing hit, y'all. I hadn't been to an event where I had to dress up like that in a very long time, and I got to tell you, it was really, really nice. It was held at Vines Mansion over in Loganville. We had a house full of people. I'm talking about, we had dignitaries. We had the District Attorney, Gwinnett District Attorney Patsy Austin Gaston there. We had Commissioner Chairwoman Nicole Love Hendrickson in the house. We had State Representative Nikki Merritt, State Representative Rebecca Mitchell. We had Commissioner Marlene Foscue, Commissioner Kirkman Cardini. We had, oh my God, we had so many judges. And let me tell y'all something funny, right? So of course, I'm on the board. So I was supposed to be sitting to the table with the DA, with the commissioners and all these people, but I had friends that were coming, so I didn't want them to feel left out. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to sit to the table with my friends. Now, mind you, I know all of these people, and I really respect them and everything, but, you know, I didn't want my friends to be left out because they didn't really know anybody, and my husband, and so I didn't want them to be left out. So I had reserved the table for us, but it was only 4 of us. It's supposed to have been 7 of us. Something happened with 3 of us. Someone got sick, so they couldn't show up. So it was supposed to be 7 of us. Each table held 10 people. So I was like, well, 7 people, and then somebody else considered the other 3 seats, which is fine. So what wound up happening, it was only 4 of us, and of course I was running around doing stuff because I'm on the board. So that left my friend and her husband and my husband to the table together, and then one of the women that come out to the Gwinnett Breakfast Club, she came, and I said, go find the guy with the red jacket on and sit with him. And so that's what she did, which was my husband. But when everybody started to come in, the table said reserved, and so they started seeing all the judges at my table. And so my husband said, oh my God, I'm at the table with a whole bunch of judges. So he was at the table with a whole lot of judges and judges that were people that were trying to be judges. It was crazy, but it was funny. But he was like, you know, but the good thing about it is, and someone said this, and I forgot what he said, but he was saying something about it's good to know, I think he says good to know attorneys, but it's even better to know, it's even better to know a judge, right? Because the judge get to make the final decision. But the event was beautiful. People showed up; they were beautiful. Everybody was dressed nice. It was just an amazing event. And this was the first event that Derek J. Wilson, who is the president of the Greater East Side Chamber, this was his seat. So let me just say this, y'all. Derek has only been in office since the end of December, like literally, like right before Christmas. And he was able to, along with myself and some other people on the board, pull together a gala, a full-blown gala from January to March 19th. He pulled it together literally in 2 months. A full-blown gala. Sometimes these things take a whole year to plan out. He pulled this thing together, and I'm talking about packed house. It was about 120 people in there. Like, there was no room really to move around. Like, it was crazy. But it was a beautiful event. So, you know, with anything, you have a learning curve. But I got to tell you, we didn't see much that we needed to fix. There were some things that we're going to do better next year because this was the first event. And I got to tell you, I do not like doing events. But this year, my goal was to do events because it's one of my handicaps. Like, I don't like doing events. And what I realized is that when you're in business, you know, whether you run an organization or your own business, sometimes you have to do some events. So that's why I do the Gwinnett Business Breakfast Club twice a month, which is the second and fourth Friday of the month. And we have a meeting coming up this Friday because it's the fourth Friday of the month. That's why I decided to do it, because I said, you know what? The one thing I don't like doing is events, and that's probably the one thing I need to do more of. And so that's why you have to do events. One thing I could tell you, it was 120 something power hitters in that room, and we were able to pull that thing together in 2 months, like literally 2 months, and it turned out pretty darn good, y'all. I ain't gonna even front. Like, we had a couple of small hiccups behind the scenes. We had a couple of people who paid late, like always. And I said to Derek, I said, listen, people are last minute. They're going to pay. We had people literally trying to pay at the door. I'm talking about walking in the door and saying, hey, can I get a ticket? And I was like, I don't think so, but you can go find Derek and ask him. I'm talking about literally walking into the door of a packed house and trying to buy a ticket to the event. So it was little things like that. It was people who came late, of course, really late, and missed all the food. You know, it's like, well, I didn't eat when you got here really late, like 2 hours late. The thing started at 6. You got there 8:30. Like, really? We're about to be going into the next part of this. So it's like stuff like that. So, you know, we're going to have our board meeting. We're going to figure out, you know, next year. So next year we're going to be at Chateau Elan. Yes. Because we ran out of space, literally. And we had about 3 or 4 people come to the door and try to get tickets. And I was like, really? Like the thing he's been putting out for the last 2 months. But so people don't like to be left out when they find out a whole lot of people are going. So next year is going to be in March. It's going to be at Chateau Elan, and we're looking forward to another great event, even better than this event. Also, we got a golf event coming up in June. We have a lot going on, so I just had a great time. I just wanted to share that with you guys. So if you missed it this year, you heard me talk about it. The house was packed. Next year is going to be even better. We're going to be at Chateau Elan. Listen, if you want to party all night, book your room ahead of time so you can make sure you got a room, because I'm staying the night at Chateau Elan. And I'm going to get up the next morning, and my husband and I are going to go make some wine at Chateau Elan. Chateau Elan, you should be paying me right now. Like, hello. I know y'all got your name on Google Alert. Y'all need to be paying me. Audrey at Good Morning Gwinnett. Audrey, that's AUDREY at Good Morning Gwinnett. You should be paying me right now. So should Bonds. Anyway, let's get on with this show. Today is National California Strawberry Day. All right, National California Strawberry Day. It's also National Common Courtesy Day, National Countdown Day, National Fragrance Day. I love smelling good. National French Bread Day. So for all you carb lovers out there, do not go out there and eat all that French bread, because it's gonna pile up on you. I'm just saying, I know y'all like bread. Do not go out there and eat all that French. It's National French Bread Day. It's my off. It's my off. My mother used to say that all the time. So, oh God, I miss that lady so much. And she was so funny, y'all. So we would go on these diets together, right? And so she would want to eat stuff that was not on the week. So Monday through Friday, we had to be on this diet. The weekend was her off day. And so, but it started like on Saturday. Not Friday. Her off day would start on Saturday, so she can kind of enjoy it. Because everybody's home on the weekend. You know, we kind of want to eat what we want to eat on the weekend, which for me was always crabs. But for her, it could have been fish, could have been anything. Anything that she probably shouldn't have been eating. And so I would come into the room. Because I was kind of like the sergeant major in my family. And so I would come into the room and I would look, what you eat? She's like, it's my off day. She would say that quick, fast, in a hurry. So I know y'all looking at that French bread today saying, I'm going to switch my off day from Friday to today so I can eat some of this bread. All right, now, just remember, it's going to catch up with you. It's National Single Parents Day. Shout out to all the single parents out there holding it down. Listen, I got to give it to y'all. I've been a single parent. I know what that means. I know what that takes. So shout out to all the single parents out there holding it down. You holding down the house, the job, the kids, your schooling, everything. Shout out to all the single parents out there. World Down Syndrome Day. Shout out to all the Down syndrome people out there with all. Let me tell y'all something. This is I can't think of the name of her company. And she's not a little girl. She's a young lady. But I saw her on this show. Oh God, what was that show called? It was a business show, of course, and it was about these young people who had either sicknesses or handicaps, and they were running successful businesses. And this young lady had Down syndrome. I loved her so much because she was so serious about her business. She would have meat. I'm looking at her like, wow. She was serious. She had a cookie business, and she was relentless, y'all. I watched it, and I was like, she inspired. I'm gonna watch it again because they all inspired me. Like, one guy was in a wheelchair. He had I don't know, was he in an accident, or did he develop some kind of sickness that made him a paraplegic? And so, but he had an event planning business at that. Listen, event planning is very stressful. So he had a daughter. I think she was about 11 or 12 years old. So he was like a single parent. and he had an event planning business. Shout out to him, because he had all the odds stacked up against him, and he was still making it happen. Then there was a young lady who suffered from extreme anxiety. I'm talking about to the point where she couldn't go outside some days, and if she went out, she was like extremely anxious and just she would cry. But she had a clothing business, and she was opening up a clothing store. And then there was a young lady who had she was plus size. She had a plus size line of fashion. She had a cereal bar, and she had lupus. So anytime she would get stressed out, she ran the risk of having these lupus flare-ups that make her very sick. So you had the young lady who had Down syndrome. You had the guy who was a paraplegic. You had the young lady with extreme anxiety. I'm talking about extreme. And then you had the young lady with lupus. But they were all making it happen. And so, you just be surprised at what people can do when they put their minds to it. And then you got people out there who don't believe they can do anything, which I was like, man, you should watch. I can't think of the name of the show. I'm going to think of the name of it so y'all can watch it. But I thought it was really, really cool. And I really wish they would do another season of the show, because I found it to be so inspiring, because they were making things happen, and I'm over here stressing about the things I got to get done, and they were making it happen. Because you know what? They weren't afraid to knock on doors. They weren't afraid to step out there and put themselves out there. They just weren't afraid to do that, because for them, they had to, because they could not go and work for other people. When you have anxiety and you can't really stand being around people, like, you can't go and work for somebody. It won't last. So you have to be in your own situation where you need to take a minute or two. You can go and take a minute or two, and nobody's going to say anything to you. You know what I'm saying? So when you work for somebody, you can't do that. The young lady with Down syndrome, what I loved about her story is that she hired other people with disabilities. She embraced other people with disabilities, because she understood what it felt like to be someone with a disability and not having people take you seriously or give you an opportunity because of your disability. So she hired other people, and they loved, and I could see why they loved her. But she was a businesswoman. Do you hear me? And then the young lady with lupus, she had 2 boys, and her goal was, I need to leave. She was African American. I need to leave a legacy for my boys. But she was doing all this while battling lupus. And so, and then of course the guy, he's in a wheelchair running the event planning business with a teenage daughter. If you ever had a teenage daughter, let me just tell you, they're not easy to get along with sometimes. You want to just smack their heads off. And so, so it was all that. It was a good, I got to find out the name of the series, and then I'll tell y'all about it, because I thought it was really, really good. All right, let's get on with this show. Today is March the 21st. I want to give a happy birthday shout out to Vinton. God, I don't know Vinton's last name. I know his name. I know I forgot it. But Vinton over at Osmotica, happy birthday, sir. His birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday to State Representative Donna McLeod. I like Donna. So I always tell Derek, like, I like Donna. Because, she's a fish like me. So I normally get along with all the fish I meet. And she's no exception. So State Representative Donna McLeod, happy birthday. And Vinton, happy birthday. Now I know Vinton's name. And I can't even think of it. I just went totally blank. But anyway, happy birthday, Vinton. He's over there with the Medicine Men at Osmotica Pharmaceutical over in Marietta, Georgia. Let's get on with these horoscopes, brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thyssen. For today, Monday, March the 21st, we're going to kick it off like we always do, and that is with Aries. You will find your vitality is lowered. Your passionate nature may make you jealous if your mate has been too busy to take care of your needs. Oh boy. You can get into self-awareness groups or look into physical enhancement programs. All right, listen. If your mate has been too busy, right? You need to understand the drive, understand what they're trying to accomplish, and listen. Just say to them, hey, listen, I need you to put me on the calendar. Make some time for me. Just say it, right? Now, don't say it if you really just being like jealous of what they're trying to do. You know what I mean? Don't say it because you ain't got nothing going on and you feel like, oh my God, you have no time. That's because you have nothing going on. If you really need that quality time, say, hey, I need some time. That's all. See, for me, it's that kind of simple. Some people make it like into this big old thing. Hey, we need to go spend some time together. Like if I'm feeling some kind of way and I need to know, we need some time. We need to go somewhere. We need to take a weekend. We need some time. Just say it. I don't know why that's so hard. Taurus, be careful not to let friends or peers make you look bad. Exercise is always a good way to relieve stress. You may want to get involved in some kind of creative group. All right, listen, I like creative groups. I'm supposed to be painting every weekend. I haven't started yet. I've been supposed to be making resin art. Haven't started yet. Here's the reason why. Because my weekends are normally always tied up, and I've been trying to like take Saturday off, like for real. It's not working though. I'm trying. Now this past Saturday was supposed to be this Saturday coming up too. So this Saturday coming up is supposed to be my last Saturday that I really have business stuff going on. I didn't do much this weekend. I went to I didn't do much on Saturday. I went to get my nails done and all that stuff, and then we went to the event on Saturday evening. So I didn't do a lot Saturday. Yeah, I got my nails done. I got my nails done. Check my nails. Got my hair did. Check my nails. Yeah, I messed that up. Anyway, Gemini, you have bent over backwards trying to help them, and now it's time to let them stand on their own 2 feet. You may have difficulties at an emotional level with your mate. Children may be demanding, and entertainment could cost a lot more than you can really afford. Here's the thing. Children don't run your house. They can be demanding all they want. If they want to get, if they're old enough to get out and make their own money, then make your own money, and then you can entertain and do all the things you want. But if I can't afford it right now, it ain't gonna be done. And you don't run my house, so being demanding means nothing. Put your foot down, Gemini. Put your foot down. Stop letting them run all over you. You run the house, not the children. Cancer. Disputes on the home front may be hard to avoid. Sudden changes could result in estrangements. You are best to back away from commitment. Why, Cancer? Why is it best for you to back away from commitment? Did you see some red flags? Listen, if you saw the red flags, pay attention to them. Don't overlook them. I'm not saying overanalyze them, but I'm saying pay attention. If they're red flags, and if they're game-changing red flags, oh yeah, you might want to fall back. I'm just saying. Leo, don't let the moves of those you live with get you down. You need to sit back and enjoy. Be careful when dealing with loved ones. All them folks around you with that bad energy, Leo, let them be by themselves. You go somewhere and find yourself a nice, good energy corner of the house and stay there until their energy pass. Burn some sage or something. Don't let them rub off on you. Don't let it take over your mood. Don't leave them by themselves. Let them go sit in their rooms. Because sometimes people want to dump their bad energy on you. You don't need that, especially when you're in a good mood. Let me tell you, when I'm around folks and I feel like they're in a bad mood, I will avoid them like the plague. Yes, I will. Your energy stinks right now. I'm going to go on in here by myself. I'm going to go on outside by myself. I'm just going to leave and do this by myself till you get it right. Now, when you got it right, I'll come back. I'll come back around you. If I'm in any situation, if I'm on the telephone, and I feel like the bad energy is coming through the phone, yeah, I'll talk to you later. I don't want that energy on me. I'm not going to accept it. You don't do the same. All right, Leo? Virgo, someone you live with will get angry if you are neglecting your duties. Look after financial transactions today. You can only offer to help others. But back off if they appear to be offended by your persistence. All right, listen. Here's the thing, Virgo. You can't make people accept your help. You can only offer, and if they don't want it, don't push it on them. Okay, well, I offered. That's because, listen, as long as you offer it, that's what counts. If they don't want it, don't push it on them. That's all I'm saying. All right. I'm going to a song. I'll be right back after this song to bring you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Know the Astrologer, Micah Thyssen. Stay tuned.
Questions that I wanna ask, but I can find the reasons why. You always find a small excuse to leave. What's your excuse to make me cry? My love was lost when you came and took it all. My mind says stop, but my heart is screaming out. Don't go, just leave, no stay with me. I'm incomplete. I got mixed emotions, can't make my mind up. Just leave, no stay with me. I'm incomplete. I got mixed emotions, can't make my mind up. How can I love you when you're not around? How can I let you let me down?
back. It's your girl Audrey Bell Kearney giving you the daily horoscopes brought to you by noted astrologer Micah Thoughts. I'm going to pick it up with Libra. Sign up for seminars that will expand your business awareness. You might have a problem juggling your time. You can expect the fur to fly on the home front. Yeah, expect the fur to fly. I don't know what that means, but it sounds like it's going to be a problem. That's what it sounds like. Expect the fur to fly. What does that mean, y'all? In the meantime, Libra, sign up for seminars that's going to expand your business awareness. Listen, if you're thinking about starting a business, do that. Especially if they're free. There's so much free content out there right now. It's unbelievable. It's free for it's let me tell you what I've discovered, right? There are people out there, companies out there, they want you to use their product and they will give you a full-blown training. I'm talking about the degree level training on certain industries because they want you to use their product. And I think that's really important. And so when you think about something that you want to learn, right? And you say, you know what, I don't have a budget for the training. What is it that you want to learn? Is there a company out there that provides the services? Because chances are they also provide the training because they want you to purchase that service from them. So you can learn pretty much anything right now. So expand your awareness about your business. Just sign up for some seminars, Libra. Just do that because it's out there. There's no lack of information out in the world today. You hear me? You can learn anything you want practically free. Some things you can go and get certifications, learn how to get certifications and spend $12. I'm for real. Y'all think I'm kidding. This is some real deal stuff. Scorpio, don't hesitate to enlist the aid of friends or family if you have big projects to finish. Have a big project to finish in your domestic environment, like painting. Don't let opposition from those envious of your talents daunt your progress. You may have to explain your actions to your family. Yeah, you might. You might have to explain your actions. You may not. It depends on whether or not they are owed an explanation. Because sometimes they're not owed an explanation. It's what you want to do is what you want to do, right? I'm just saying. Sagittarius, don't lend money or belonging to friends. You have to take hold of your life and make some crucial decisions. You will be viewed as a sensitive, compassionate individual, and others will ask you for advice. Okay, sensitive and compassionate. Now I know some Sagittarius. I don't know about that sensitive and compassionate. Well, let me say this. The men are. The women I know, they are not sensitive and compassionate. Not a lot. Some of them are. Most of them are pretty like let's go get it. We ain't got time to play around. That I like them though. We get along. I know quite a few and I get along pretty well because I kind of got the same kind of nature. I think that's why. It's kind of like, okay, yeah, we're gonna stroke you for a hot second. Let's go now. Okay. All right, we're gonna console you for a minute. Let's get out of this place and get moving. I understand it's painful. We gotta keep moving. I understand. Yep, we gotta go though. We gotta go. Capricorn, an older member of your family may need assistance. You may want to take a serious look at your goals and objectives. Compromise may be necessary. Sometimes, Capricorn, you gotta give a little to get a little. I'm just saying. I know you don't want to. You just want to take. But if you want to get, sometimes you gotta give a little to get a little. Aquarius, you can stabilize your personal relationship if you're willing to communicate honestly. Problems with colleagues are likely. Take a look at yourself and prepare to make those changes you've been contemplating. All right, listen. You listen. You got to communicate, Aquarius. You want to stabilize a relationship, you got to communicate honestly. Some people just challenge when it comes to telling the truth. So you got to be honest, Aquarius. Honest. Okay? Okay. All right, last but not least, my fellow fish Pisces, draw up contracts regarding your personal situation. Okay, now, adventure will result in added knowledge. All right, take time to make physical improvements that will enhance your appearance. Yes, listen, I'm still on my journey. I did Saturday. I normally don't do no big step numbers on Saturday. But because I was running around and I was out there doing the wobble and all the different little dances, I got like almost 7,000 steps in. That normally doesn't happen on a Saturday because I'm normally just kind of relaxing. During the rest of the week, I get close. On Thursdays, I hit the number. On Saturdays, no. But this past Saturday, I was out there doing wobble baby, wobble baby, wobble baby. Oh, wobble baby, wobble baby, wobble baby. That's my song. I like the wobble. I remember when I had surgery on my knee and I couldn't do it. Now I can do it, so I like doing the wobble. Anyway, take time to make physical improvements that will enhance your appearance. Whatever that is. Listen, don't go out and get a whole bunch of plastic surgery. I know. That's what you're thinking about. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just, get your hair did. Get your nails done. I got my nails done. I my nails naturally grow long, and so every time I would get my nails done, and they would put the tips on my nails and all that stuff, it would totally destroy my nails. They naturally grow long. Like, I don't have to get tips. But I would get like the acrylic put on top of them, thinking that's going to save them, and it would totally destroy my nails. So my daughter told me to get gel nail polish, which I did. And it looks pretty good. It's red, though. It's really red. I've never had red nail polish. But they look cute. But I got to tell you, so I said all that to say, I got a mani-pedi. And I felt really amazing. That was a small improvement because I don't really do. I get pedicures in the summertime because that's when I take my shoes off. That's crazy, right? Listen, y'all know all my secrets. I just do. Because in the wintertime I have on boots and sneakers, and socks. So I don't go through all that trouble. So, but when spring hit, which was yesterday, was the first day of spring, time to put the toes out. So I will go get my toes done, my feet done. But I rarely get my nails done because they automatically grow long. So I'll just put nail polish on them. But my daughter and my granddaughter, we were all at the salon together, at the nail salon together. And so I got everything done. So my granddaughter loves this stuff. So she's sitting up there getting her pedicure and her manicure. And I'm sitting up there getting my pedicure and manicure. So that's what we did Saturday morning. Yep. All right. That's all the horoscopes I got for you today. I'll be back again on tomorrow to bring you more of the horoscopes brought to you by Noted Astrologer Michael Thyssen. Now let's get on to some news that you can use. So, Stacey Abrams says, I did the work and now I want the job. All right, Stacey. Stacey Abrams kicked second bid for Georgia governor into high gear. Yeah, Stacey said, I done did the work, now I want the job. I want you to vote for me because I'm going to fight for you. I've been fighting since I lost the first election in 2018. I'm back at it again. So she says, I want us to be one Georgia where your zip code and your income don't determine the quality of your life. Isn't that nice? Yeah. Interesting though, you're going to get some people that totally oppose her. But that's just what it is. I've learned over the last week, that people have their own beliefs about things. Some of them are racially motivated. Some of them are just what they believe. Not all of them are racially motivated, and some of them are just what they believe. And I sat there when I learned that, I said, oh, okay. Because in my mind, a lot of the times I felt like it was racial, and it's not always racial. It's just, this is what I believe to be true for me, which is what I was. This is what I believe to be true for me, and this is the reason I vote the way I do. Because I couldn't understand the mindset behind some of the reasons why people voted, and so I always thought it was along racial lines, and it really isn't. It's really about me. I'm like, oh, so Stacey, she represents what I want for me and my family, so that's why I will vote the way I vote. Because she represents what I want. Just like the other people may represent what other folks want. Whatever the reason is. And I've been talking about this for the last 3 days because it was truly eye-opening for me. Because I really couldn't understand, if you didn't have health insurance, why wouldn't you want health insurance? Right? Until somebody said, this is the reason why I want them to give me free health insurance. I was like, oh, okay. So I get it. So yeah, and it was really eye opening, and I keep talking about it because it was like bam, I got smacked upside my head. We're like, oh, okay. So anyway, in the years since 2018 gubernatorial election, Abrams never stopped running for the job. As she tells it, she spent the time doing the work for the people of Georgia. Last year, the Fair Fight Political Action Committee, under Abrams' leadership, announced they donated more than $1 million to the organization RIP Medical Debt to eliminate medical bills owned by thousands across the South. She also touted her voter engagement efforts and her advocacy to ensure marginalized communities were counted in the 2020 census. So she said, look, Stacey, I want the job. I've been working. Now I want the job. Her second candidacy comes at a time when much will be on the line in Georgia. While now President Joe Biden won the state narrowly 4 years ago, followed by 2 Senate runoff victories rewarded Democrats' control of the Senate, the state remains in play. In addition to the gubernatorial race, it will host one of the marquee Senate races in the fall. Senator Raphael Warnock defending his seat because he won, and voters statewide will soon experience the provisions laid out in the election law passed by the Republican lawmakers last year for limited drop boxes. This is all voter suppression, by the way. Limited drop boxes, shortened runoffs, to changes to absentee voting, the restriction to offering food to drink. This is the worst thing. Now, you can't... Now, see, these aren't nice people. You can say what you want to say. This right here, why would you find somebody for handing... Somebody's been standing in line trying to vote, and someone bring them some food and drinks to the line, and you want to put them in jail. You're horrible. I'm just saying. See, these are the people I don't want representing me, because you're horrible. And I get it. But when I think about stuff like that, I don't want you representing me. I will give up something else not to have that person right there represent me, because you are a horrible person. In my opinion, like somebody is standing in line. I don't care who it is. I don't care what race it is. And I walk up and I offer you some water and a sandwich because you've been standing in line for hours, and you want to put me in jail for being a nice person. You're a horrible person. And I ain't voting for that group of people. I don't care what they got to offer. You suck. I'm just saying. So I get it. Everybody got their opinion, but I don't want to be associated with horrible people. I don't want nothing to do with you for real if I don't have to. Because I think that's horrible. So anyway, you want to read more about what Stacey is saying, go to GwinnettDailyPost.com. Her whole story is right there. And you can read it. We know that we know the election got stolen from her in 2018. But in everything, timing is everything. And it wasn't her time. Now is her time, because we probably need it more than ever. Who knows what's coming down the pipe? We don't know. Who knows what's next on the agenda? We don't know. I'm just saying we don't know. All right, listen here. This is what I'm talking about, right? Okay, so a Georgia business owner sentenced for CARES Act PPP fraud. Why? See? Now you're going to jail. Now you are going to jail. I just had to tell y'all this story. So, a Georgia man convicted of money laundering after he fraudulently filed for $2.6 million in Paycheck Protection Program loans under the Coronavirus Act Relief and Economic Security, the CARES Act. He was sentenced to prison in order to pay restitution exceeding $800,000. Yeah. $800,000. He gonna have to serve 36 months in prison, followed by 3 years of supervised release in order to pay $802,000 restitution to the Small Business Administration by the U.S. judge. Here's the thing. The ordered restitution is in addition to, he got to pay back $802,000, but in addition to that, he got to pay another $507,000 in loan funds. See, just why? Now you going to prison. I just had to tell y'all that. I'm just saying, people think they can get away with stuff. I get it. You needed the money. We all did. I ain't trying to go to jail for it. I'm sorry. I ain't giving up my freedom. That's what I ain't giving up, my freedom. Now, I'm not giving up my freedom for some stupidity. Now he gonna spend 3 years in jail, and he got to come out and pay $1.3 million back. Where you gonna get that from? Why you locked up for 3 years? Just tell me that. You done embarrassed your family, ruined your business, and you in a ton of debt that you can't file bankruptcy for, and you're gonna lose 3 years of your life behind bars. Woo! Call that dumb. That's what you call that. That's what you call it. I'm just saying, because I feel like that is just dumb. It's just dumb. All right, I'm going to a song. I'll be right back after the song to bring you more of what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. Stay tuned.
Take it away, feeling too good to me. Chilling all day, all in your space is where I wanna be. Here in this room, what did you do? I just can't get enough. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain wants you. I've been hanging by myself, asking for help, but nothing seems to work on you. Yeah, you always make me feel like home. Yeah, you never leave my thoughts alone. Yeah, you're the reason I'm going out my mind. I just can't stop thinking about you. all that I crave when you're away. Nights are sleepless. Do we need space? Yeah, maybe a break. Boy, you're my weakness. Give and we take, the love that we make. It's my favorite drug. Too caught up in your love. I've been trying to forget, but you won't let me. Something in my brain wants you. I've been hanging by myself, asking for help, but nothing seems to work on you. Yeah, you always make me feel like home. Yeah, you never leave my thoughts alone. Yeah, you're the reason I'm going out my mind. I just can't stop thinking about you. You got me feeling some type of way. You make me wanna stay in all day. You're the reason I can't get out my head. I just can't stop thinking about you. 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 I just can't stop thinking about you.
Welcome back. It's your girl Audrey Bell Kearney giving you a daily rundown about what's going on in and around Gwinnett County. Two brothers from Gwinnett create a program called TechEase to help locals learn to use technology. I thought this was a really good story, especially when it comes to elderly people. Because, and when I say elderly, I'm talking about a little bit older than myself. And some of them are my age. They don't like tech, or they feel intimidated by tech. And here's what I be trying to tell folks: you gotta put yourself at ease with tech, because everything we do is gonna be technology based. Everything. We're gonna have robots in our house. I know some of you guys remember the Jetsons. You know what's funny? I didn't like the Jetsons. Like, I did not like Elroy and the Jetsons. I didn't like them. But if you look at where we are, we're pretty much headed that way. We're gonna be living up in space capsules. And I know y'all don't want to believe it, but you don't think that Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk and my boy Richard Branson are spending all that money to go to space for no reason, just because they want to be the first in space. Nah, it's a reason. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to be living on a spaceship up in somewhere in space off the earth. So they're not just making this stuff up. It's a reason for it. And they're trying to figure out how to do it. And I know just the thought of living on a spaceship where we're inside all the time, it's very, listen, we just felt like what it meant to be inside all the time. I can't imagine living on a spaceship up in space where you see nothing all the time, unless we're on some other planet. And I know that all sounds woo-woo, but it's not. And you have to pay attention to the signs that are around you. And so, and technology is not going anywhere. It's only expanding. We're about to go into the metaverse, and people are like, what the heck is the metaverse? Well, the metaverse is where augmented reality meets virtual reality, which creates mixed reality and extended reality, all in the middle, where you can sit in your living room in a chair, right? You're sitting in your living room. That's the mixed part. Then you got the augmented part where the picture jumps off the page at you. Then you put the headgear on. Then you go inside of that thing. You're inside of there doing it. So that's where we're going. And you need to understand how to use this technology. You need to understand how to pull up a hologram on your floor to kind of take your blood pressure and see if you got blocked arteries in your heart, so you can call a doctor. I'm just saying, it sounds crazy, but that's where we're going. So if you got a watch on, a health watch, an Apple Watch, or a Fitbit, or whatever it is, something is going wrong, your blood is not flowing right, you can hit a button, pull your body up, not anybody else, but pull your body up and look at the thing and say, my blood is kind of blocked right, because you can see these things. This sounds crazy. That's where technology is going. You need to understand that. So these two young men have said, you know what, we're going to come together, and they're brothers. They're from Duluth. Eesh, I'm about to mess up the name, Eesh Trevita and Sahum Trevita. Eesh is 17, Sahum is 15. They established TechEase to help older generation learn how to use tech, and then the younger people. Now, the thing about the younger folks is some of them that don't know how to use it, but for the most part, they know how to use technology. The baby is 3 years old. She knows how to get on the tablet, the phone, and anything. Turn it on, turn it off, turn it down. And we have to block her off of TikTok because she likes TikTok. because she likes music. But all other kind of stuff, the baby knows she's 3. She's been doing this since she was like 1.5. So the kids get it. It's the older generation that struggle with technology. So Eesh and his brother Sahom says, you know what, we need to fix this. They call it TechEase. I think it's so darn cool. I'm thinking I get him on the show. Because I love what they're doing. I think it's a great thing that they're doing. It says it's just helping the community out in general with technology issues. Eesh said he's a junior at Gwinnett School of Mathematics, Science, and Technology in Lawrenceville. He said in the COVID era of COVID, technology is being used more than ever, and it's not going anywhere, and it's not going to stop. It's not going to lighten up. And I know a lot of people think that it's crazy, but it's not. You just have to make sure that you understand that if you don't know how to use this technology, you're going to be left behind. And we don't want anybody left behind. We don't want Gwinnetians left behind. We don't want Americans left behind. We don't want anybody left behind in the world. You need to know how to navigate these technologies. We don't want you to be afraid of them. We want you to know how to use them and navigate them and leverage them. And that's really important. So shout out to Eesh and Sahum for the work that they're doing. To read the full story, go to Gwinnett Daily Post. It's there. If you need help, if you are someone who need help with technology and you just don't know what to do, how to start, check them out. You can email them at TechEase321@gmail.com. TechEase, the number 321@gmail.com. If you know that you need help with technology, you want their help, they are helping you. It's free of charge. TechEase321@gmail.com. Put your pride aside and get the technology help you need, because this is where we're going. It sounds crazy, but that's where we're going. All right, so judge restrains Gwinnett District Attorney cannabis product ban. Yep, it got slapped down. A Fulton County Superior Court judge on Friday granted a restraining order that prevents Gwinnett County District Attorney Patsy Austin Gaston from continuing to enforce her ban on some cannabis extracts for 30 days in a case that has potential to set the statewide precedent on cannabis-related products. It says, the judge says, I have concerns that this may or may not be. Listen, he called. I'm waiting for DA Gatson to snap back at him. He said this may or may not be a rogue DA. What does that mean? A rogue? Okay, anyway. Judge Craig Schwall said, I think there may be some prosecutorial priorities misplaced. Delta 8 and Delta 10 THC cannabis extracts, usually derived from hemp, have grown increasingly popular since 2018. Since the 2018 Farm Bill that legalized hemp nationwide. The chemicals are similar to the main intoxicating ingredient in marijuana, but cause milder highs. They are typically sold in vape cartridges and tinctures and gummies and other edibles. He said this may or may not. He called Patsy DA Gatson. She may be or may not be a rogue DA. Really? But anyway, states across the country are wrangling with this substance murky legality. The lawsuit filed last week by owners of Gwinnett County vape stores said to halt the ban could result in some clarity in Georgia. Anyway, Austin Gaston, who took office last year, said in January press release that possessing, selling, or distributing substances are felony offenses. Yeah, she said that's a felony offense. She subsequently directed a law enforcement task force to raid at least 2 distributors, seizing inventory worth millions and hundreds of thousands of dollars in cash. Ooh, yeah. Okay, well, we got to see how that's going to roll out anyway. Yeah, the firm, there's a law firm that's representing Gwinnett vape shops that were not raided. They sued Austin Gatson in the state of Georgia, seeking a declaration that hemp-derived Delta 8 and Delta 10 are legal in the state, and requested that the injunction against further raids or penalties for selling and possessing hemp products. Yeah, so apparently those 2 types of hemp oils in Gwinnett County were supposedly be illegal. So the DA sent out a raid to raid these people, but they're saying that in the state it's legal. So we got to see how that's going to roll out. You know what's going to be interesting, because this is what I believe. This is what I don't know. I could be wrong, but I believe when Stacey wins, because I think she's going to win, I think we're going to have legal marijuana. I just really do. I don't know why, and I think we're going to have I think we're going to get a casino. I know some people like, we don't need a casino. I was in a meeting one time, And I like going to the casino. And here's the thing. If I'm going to spend some money, why not spend it in the state I live in? I don't want to have to go to Alabama or North Carolina. But that's what I'm saying. So people want to do what they want to do. And I get it. You want to tell them what to do, right? So because you're trying to stop it, now it's going to Alabama and North Carolina, because that's where the casinos are. There's a couple in Alabama. There's a couple in North Carolina. None in Georgia. So all that money, and believe me, money is flowing out of the states, going in both directions. It really is. But I believe when Stacey wins, we're gonna have a casino, and I think marijuana gonna become legal. Yep, I really do. And you know the crazy part about marijuana, I don't smoke cigarettes, I don't smoke weed, I've never have. But here's what I believe, and I don't drink alcohol for real. But here's what I believe, right? If cigarettes can be legal, why not weed? There's a ton of research around marijuana. They're saying it does not make you crazy and kill folks. It doesn't kill you. As a matter of fact, it's a medicine that they prescribe. I've never seen anybody prescribe a pack of cigarettes for anything. I'm just saying. I'm just being honest. You know, you got pain, they prescribe you some marijuana stuff. Some marijuana oil or capsules or pills or whatever. I've never seen anybody say, hey, we're going to prescribe you these nicotine pills so you can feel better. I just haven't. So people put all this hoopla around marijuana when nobody wants to ban cigarettes, and they stink. Ugh, I hate cigarettes. All right, that's all I got for you. I'm going to go to my last song, then I'm going to come back and close it out with my word of inspiration for the day, so stay tuned.
Sure we had fun tonight, you and me felt alright, but it's time you pick up your phone. You won't be worth my while, me and you won't work out. Pick it up, pack it up, get a cab and go. It's not your fault, my baby, it's not on you, my baby. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you. You deserve somebody who's loving you. You shouldn't call me later, promise it's for the better. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you, cause I got a rule. I hold on to my heart, share with nobody, I don't want nobody else. Yeah, I hold on to my heart, give it up for nobody, I just keep it to myself. I ain't got room for love, I don't need stars above. All I need is my precious space. Yeah, yeah. Why you so serious? Can't you just be mine for a night, my love? Take it off, put it on, then be on your way. It's not your fault, my baby, it's not on you, my baby. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you. You deserve somebody who's loving you. You shouldn't call me later, promise it's for the better. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you, cause I got a rule. I hold on to my heart, share with nobody, I don't want nobody else. Yeah, I hold on to my heart, give it up for nobody, I just keep it to myself. I've been to hurt before, I've been through hell and more. So I hold on to hold on to my heart. I've been alone before, this way I won't get bored. So I hold on to my heart. It's not your fault, my baby, it's not on you, my baby. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you. You deserve somebody who's loving you. You shouldn't call me later, promise it's for the better. I'm just not the right kind of girl for you, cause I got a rule. I hold on to my heart, share with nobody, I don't want nobody else. Yeah, I hold on to my heart, give it up for nobody, I just keep it to myself. I've been too hurt before, I've been through hell and more. So I hold on to my heart. I've been alone before, this way I won't get bored. So hold on to my heart.
Welcome back. It's your girl Audrey Bell Kearney. So listen, this is it for me. I'm calling it a day, but before I go, I want to give you my word of inspiration for the day, and here goes. It says, when I dare to be powerful, to use my strength in the service of my vision, then it becomes less and less important whether I am afraid. Oh my God, that is so powerful. Let me read it again. When I dare to be powerful, powerful is the word. When I dare to be powerful, to use my strength in the service of my vision, then it becomes less and less important whether I am afraid. Audre Lorde said that, and man, is she right. You know, it's so funny. My daughter said to me the other day, and this is telling about who I am, I guess. She said to me, you don't use your connections. I said, I know. Half the time, I can't even remember who I'm connected to. I went to a meeting on Friday with Derek. We had a meeting with one of the organizations here in Gwinnett County. And when I walked, when the young lady opened the door, I was like, hey, because I knew her. And so Derek said to me, who don't you know? Right? Now he knows, I feel like he knows way more people than me. But I do know a lot of people. And I don't leverage the people that I know because I just don't. And my daughter said to me, she's like, you don't use your network. And I really don't. But what I can tell you, when I feel powerful, when I use that power to push my vision, I get stuff done. So I have this new thing that I'm working on for the chamber. It's really exciting. And I woke up this morning thinking, like I told Derek, I said, Derek, listen, we're gonna relax tomorrow, which was yesterday. I said, and we're gonna get back at it. I woke up this morning bright and early with this vision for what I have to do for the chamber on my mind. Now, because I have that vision, I will work in my power because I have the vision for this thing. Whenever I have the vision for something, if I'm afraid, it doesn't matter, right? It doesn't. It really doesn't matter. And then when I feel like I'm not really connected to something, then I don't even know if it's fear or if it's just I'm not connected to something. So my question to you is, what is it that you want? And do you feel powerful behind that thing? Because if you don't put the power behind it, you got to ask yourself, is it something you really want? Because I find that when I really want something, I push past the fear. I push, like right now, I want this because I said I was going to do something in front of 120 people that I have to see a lot. So I cannot not do it, right? But it's exciting. I want to do it. Not just because I said it in front of 120 people, but because I want to do it. Because it's so big till it's scary. And it's a challenge for me. And I said to Derek this morning in a text message, last night, I said, this is a big challenge for me. So I got to clear my plate so I can make this happen. But when I find that when I put the power behind something like that, it overrides the fear. It overrides the fear. But that's because I want it that bad. So my question is, do you want what you say you want just that bad? Because I know I've been in places where I said I was going to do something and we got it done, right? And then I've been in places where I said I was going to do something and it just fell apart. And I was like, it stressed me out because the thing about it is I really didn't want it. I said I wanted it, but I really didn't want it. All right, so listen, what's your PowerPoint? What's your pressure? That seemed to be a new word going around, pressure. Put the pressure on yourself. Yeah, it's a song called Pressure. I've been hearing people saying pressure. I'm like, what is that till I heard the song Pressure? Anyway, I feel like I was rambling just then. But anyway, thank you again for listening. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you spent the last 55 minutes with me. And I love and appreciate you for that. I really, really do. Because I know you're all around the world listening to this show. I hope this show inspires, empowers you, and educates you about not only business, but also about what you want to do in life and what's going on here in Gwinnett County. Tomorrow is Talk Business Tuesday. I'll be back to talk business, so make sure to tune in. If you missed any episode of the show, be sure to go to goodmorninggwinnett.com to listen to the past episodes there. Also, be sure to connect with me on Facebook at Good Morning Gwinnett, connect with me on the Instagram at Good Morning Gwinnett, and connect with me on the Twitter at GM Gwinnett, the number 1. If you listen to the show on Apple Podcasts, find your favorite 2 episodes and give it 5 stars, and subscribe to the show as well. Thank you again for listening, and check this out, y'all. I do have a YouTube channel. It's under Noise Media or Good Morning Gwinnett. I really do. I never talk about the YouTube channel, which is nuts. But go over there, follow the YouTube channel too. Connect with me there. I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. Y'all stay safe out there. I heard it's a new variant of COVID. I ain't gonna even talk about it. I don't even want to talk about it. So in the meantime, just stay safe. Until next time, my friends, I'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. God willing. Until next time, make it a great day. Bye, y'all.
You've been listening to Good Morning Gwinnett. Make sure to tune in Monday through Thursday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time to find out what's happening around Gwinnett. If you like this episode, subscribe now and share with your friends. To learn more about Noise Media Network, visit noisemedia.us.